Hello and welcome to episode 8 of the Late Night Gaming Show. I am your host Tim Finch and I'm joined up to the left of me with
Jodie Foot.
So just a little bit of housekeeping. This is a little bit like church really, isn't it, Jodie?
It is.
Doing the announcements at the start of every meeting. But we just wanted to, some people around the internet, around the globe, noticed something mysterious happened last week. And that was that many videos magically disappeared from the CGN YouTube channel.
Oh.
Well, basically what we did was we had a meeting, we just looked at everything that we were doing and we decided that we wanted to just get rid of some of the content that we started with was more like we were testing the waters, seeing what would work, what didn't, and the quality wasn't really up to the standard that we want to have it at. So we thought that the YouTube channel's a bit messy. It's hard to find stuff.
Everything's everywhere.
Yeah, so we just basically got rid of all of the old late night gaming shows because it was in different parts and it was a bit all over the place. So we wanted to streamline it. We got rid of all the old stuff, and now you're just going to get whole new episodes every week. At a really good quality as well. Beautiful, crisp.
Yeah.
Not 4K. No. Not at 4K quality because it doesn't matter anyway because YouTube doesn't really show it anyway, so it's pointless. But it's going to be good. So if you missed last week, basically what we're going to be doing now is instead of putting up different parts of the episode, we're basically going to be putting up the whole episode in one go. And then you can choose when to stop, how much you want to watch. Some people just want to watch it all in one go.
Yep.
If I'm watching podcasts and stuff, I just watch it the whole way through anyway. So thought I'd give you the choice rather than making it really confusing. Just some other plugs. We recently put up a mystery unboxing, which is, it was a good laugh. And if you haven't seen it yet, jump on there, see if you can work out what it's going to be from the picture. That's a little clue. But also make sure you watch till the end because I think you might enjoy the ending to that video.
I think it was the funniest video that I've watched so far.
Okay. Yeah, I actually put it up without Jodie knowing, and I got a message that evening saying like, basically, what is this that you've put up? It's the funniest, most stupid thing I've ever seen in my life. So it'll be a good laugh. But we're just going to see how well this does, but we might actually do a mystery unboxing every week. And some of it will be funny, some of it will be stupid, some of it will actually be like some older stuff some really cool older stuff that we've got that we'll unbox as well. But it'll be a mystery every week. We'll put out some clues and we'll see if you can work out what it is. Thought that'd be a bit of fun. And of course, check out all of our other content on there. Also, our review of Monster Hunter World is up now. And so make sure you go down to www.CGNgames.com to read the full review. And then also we've got our Game of the Year content up as well. So our full video of that is actually up. But also you can read it all on the website as well, which has it all done really nicely. Another section that we're going to be doing, this is our final notice before we start. We are going to be having a section on YouTube called Best Bits. So we haven't just got rid of all the old videos and we're just going to leave them there in the grave and never bring them back and just pretend they don't exist. We're going to pick out the best bits and we're going to put them into a playlist, one every week, just so you can see the best bits, and we'll take some bits out of these shows as well so that you can watch the funniest bits, the most intriguing bits. So yeah, be really cool. So without further ado, there's nothing I forgot, have I, Jodie?
I don't think so.
No. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to be going into section 1, which is Joke of the Week. Okay, welcome back. It is now Joke of the Week. If you watched last week's episode, you will know who was the winner from last year. And if you've not seen it, you can go and watch it yourself because it's great. But somebody won 3-2 in total.
Quite close,
3-2. It was quite close. So just a quick explanation. I tell some terrible game-related joke, and Jodie has to try not to laugh. If she laughs, I get a point. If she doesn't laugh, she gets a point. And then we total them up at the year, and we see who's the winner.
Yeah.
Okay, Jodie, are you ready?
I am ready, Tim. I am ready.
This is another Donkey Kong-related joke. Donkey Kong jokes are notorious with taking Jodie down. She's already laughed. So does that count?
No, it doesn't because you've not said it.
Okay, here we go. Why does Donkey Kong eat bananas?
I don't know. Why does Donkey Kong eat bananas?
Because he finds them appealing.
So bad.
She's trying hard. I can see. She's got the smile grows with every second.
It's just bad.
Okay.
Move on.
I'm not gonna push too hard on this one, Jodie. I'm gonna let you take a point. So just a reminder of that joke to share with your friends. Why does Donkey Kong eat bananas? Because he finds them appealing. Yes! That definitely counts. I wasn't even trying. I literally wasn't even trying that time. I can't believe she lost it. Right at the end. Are you ashamed of yourself?
I did so well. Oh, I can't believe that.
I can't believe that either. I'm crying and nothing's... I
can't believe it.
Now, there is a variation to this joke that I decided I would add in myself. Okay. And if you wanted to go hardcore and you're struggling to make your friends laugh, you could change it to, why does Donkey Kong eat bananas? Because he finds them ape-peeling.
No.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, but it wasn't that funny.
So I just want to point out that is 1 point to me. And Jodie is absolutely devastated, as you can tell. Okay, so without further ado, it's time to go on to section 2, which is, what have we been playing this week?
What you been playing this week?
Alright, welcome back. It is now time for section 2, which is, what have we been playing this week? So Jodie, what have you been up to this week? What have you been playing around with?
I went and downloaded Monster Hunter World.
What's interesting about that is the word downloaded, isn't it, Jodie?
It is.
So last week we had a conversation, which was actually topic of the week, was download digital versions of games versus physical versions. And you were very outspoken about physical versions being your way forward. So do you want to talk us through what happened in between that show and then me driving you home?
So we finished the show. We
Yeah.
started editing it.
We did.
Sorting it all out.
We did.
And then Tim showed me what Monster Hunter looked like and the thing behind it. And my impression was to go out and buy it. That's what I was. But he showed me and I was like, well, actually, I just want to play it now. Like, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
And then I went past Alma-Motive on the way home and I was battling with myself while we were going back. And then I just went, I'll sack it. I'll just buy it now because I'm not running around the entire town looking for this game. So I went and downloaded it at my shame, but I was like...
Yet at my enjoyment.
Yeah. So
have we converted you? Have you been converted to the joys?
I enjoyed that. I got home and it was done. You know what I mean? But I was like, if anything ever happened to the internet or to my PlayStation, I would never be able to play that game again. And that's where I was like, I just need a hard copy now. But I've not been able to find it. So.
But the thing is, though, even if you had the hard copy and in 20 years, for some weird reason, you're desperate to go back and play that game, you wouldn't be able to download the patches anyway for it. So there'd be like day one patches and stuff, so you wouldn't get the full experience anyway.
That's true.
That's why you just gotta, guys, just download, get yourself a nice big hard drive, download all your games, and just look after it. Job done, innit?
It's the easiest way to do it, I think.
And then when you upgrade to the next console, you don't have these hundreds of boxes that you want to have to move around.
It's true.
You've got them all on that little console. You just put the console around.
It's true.
So you've been playing Monster Hunter. How have you found it?
I've enjoyed it, but there's the text. The text isn't good for people with eyesight problems.
It's a bit too small.
So, yeah, just a little bit too small. So I sit literally this far away from my TV, just trying to read the bottom.
Yeah.
But we're getting there. I think once I get past that bit where you're not talking to everyone, we'll be okay. And I can carry on. But that's what's really put me off at the minute.
And there's a lot of reading at the start, isn't there? Because they just hit you with tons of...
Yeah. Then you came around on Sunday, didn't you? And you were like...
Explaining it.
This is how we do it. I was like, okay. So...
Yeah. Anything else? Has that basically been it?
No, I've kind of enjoyed, like, killing weird monsters and dinosaurs. So.
Nice stuff. Good stuff. So I have also been playing Monster Hunter.
Okay.
Been trying my best to get through as much as I can so I could review it properly. But I've enjoyed that. But also what I've been playing a lot of, just randomly started up again, was Wipeout. the Omega Collection on the PS4. So I'm a huge Wipeout fan. I have been for years. I love F-Zero on all Nintendo platforms, which they should totally bring back, by the way. But I had a disc version of it. Now, see, we're getting back into this again. I had a disc version of it, and I just could not be bothered to just keep swapping the discs out. I just couldn't. And it's one of those games that you just want to go on, have 1 or 2 races and jump off and go on something else. So I was like, I really wanted to get into it, but I just never could because of that. And I have, like, it's a remaster of, like, 2 Wipeout games plus some DLC, which was the Fury. So don't start going in the comments, oh, there's three games in it, what are you talking about? No, Fury was an add-on to HD. I just want to point that out. Wipeout Fury was actually Wipeout HD Fury, so soz, you're wrong.
Just saying.
But so I've played all them before. I absolutely love them. Loved Wipeout 2048, which I'm sorry, I think is one of the best Wipeout games. Nobody agrees with me, but it is. But I just couldn't get into it. And then there was a lovely sale on the PlayStation Store.
Oh, aye.
Downloaded it for about tenner. And I have just been so into it. Absolutely loving it. Having a great time.
Fair enough.
Definitely recommend a download of that. And outside of that, I've been on my Switch a little bit. Nowhere near as much as I usually have been. Just playing a few demos and things like that. So it's actually been a bit of a slower week than normal. I haven't played like 20 different games like sometimes I do. But it's been a nice, pleasant... enjoying it. Nice. And then of course there was the Super Bowl, so I was playing a bit of Monster Hunter while the Super Bowl was on, so that was cool. Yeah. So that's been what we've been playing. It's time for section 3, which is the news.
It's time for some news, yeah. It's time for some news.
Welcome back to section 3, which is the news. Number 1 on our news list is not game related, but I thought I'd throw it out there because it's an international marvel to witness, and that was of course the Super Bowl. Did you watch it?
I did.
Did you enjoy it?
I did.
Did you watch all the way through? Did you manage to last till the end?
I think I fell asleep for like an hour or like half an hour during it because I was on the sofa for the night. So yeah, but I did enjoy it.
It's good. And of course, the Philadelphia Eagles won, which was quite unexpected. I think most people thought the Patriots would win, but it was just a really good match. I actually managed to watch till the end because obviously in the UK we're up till like 4 a.m. when it finishes. But it was actually a quicker game than normal because they were playing faster. But a little shout out though, like, tons of the actual players on the Eagles team are actually Christians.
I know, I realised
There's a few dedications to God, which was pretty cool. So I was like, mate, I've supported the right team here. I'm going to start supporting these all the time, boss. There was even I even got shown by Beth that actually, like, before, like, loads of games, like, loads of them actually being baptised and stuff. I think the game before this one, loads of them got, 5 of them got baptised for the game. How crazy is that?
That's awesome.
So, that's pretty cool. If you're wondering why we're excited about that, well, we're Christians, and this is the Christian Gaming Network, unless you hadn't realised yet.
Says it on the tin, guys.
There you go. So let's get into some actual gaming news. So number 2, Monster Hunter World has shipped 5 million units, which I can't, like, you could just sort of feel that loads of people were getting into it. And it was being pushed quite big, but 5 million units, that's really surprised me.
It is.
Obviously, like, tons of that I'm assuming, in those numbers, Japan is in that, and obviously it's one of Japan's, like, biggest games. But it's just good to see that they're getting supported well, and I wonder if it will stay on the bigger platforms now, rather than Nintendo's handhelds and stuff. But I thought it was really cool. I'll have to get the numbers for what the 3DS and games usually sold, but I don't think it's anywhere near that. Okay, number 3, Nintendo's online service has been announced it will be releasing in September, a year and a half or so after the actual launch of it, which I just don't get. I actually don't get why people are upset that it's not here now, because I'm like, why do you want to be paying for online? Like, I'm getting it for free right now. Why do I want that to change? Just crazy. But some things that are interesting about this is that one is, like, is Virtual Console going to be there? Because you're supposed to get something like access to 1 or 2 online Virtual Console games. So I'm like, you've got to bring the whole Virtual Console as well. And then 2, they've got to release a big game that's going to take advantage of the online service. So what will it be? And I think me and I think a significant lot of other people think it's going to be Super Smash Brothers. Yeah, I want it to come. I actually hope it's just a remaster of the Wii U one, because I think it was the perfect Smash game. I don't know if people don't like that, but get all the 3DS content in there, put all the Wii U stuff in there as well, add a few characters. I think you'll make a lot of people happy.
There you go.
Number 4 is something I don't care about in any shape or form, and that is Dragon Ball FighterZ has shipped 2 million units, which is the fastest selling Dragon Ball game to reach that number of units shipped. You watch Dragon Ball Z?
I have.
Do you still watch it? No. So you watched it in the past?
Yeah, when I was young.
So can you explain to me, because all I see is a lot of people with big hair, what's going on?
So what goes on in the episodes, and forgive me if I get a part of this wrong because I've not watched it in so long.
Yeah.
But when I used to watch it, they would be called something called Scions, I think they're called.
Right.
And that's what they were trained to be. And then in the end, the main character, I think he's called Goku. I think it's Goku. At the point, he wanted to be the best of the best. Of course, everyone wants to be the best of the best.
Of course.
But,
not everybody can be.
And he turns into a Super Saiyan. Like, so his hair goes like yellow, and he has like flames coming off him and all sorts. And he ends up like killing this enemy and like taking out all sorts of stuff. And in the end, I think this is when I stopped watching. It was just after this, but I think he dies at the end because he saves the entire world from this one guy. And that's why I stopped watching it, because he died. But I don't know if he came back to life. I don't know what happened since.
I'm assuming he did.
Yeah, I presume that he did.
I don't even know what you're talking about, but this just sounds like crazy.
Yeah, but he had a family and everything.
So to me, I was always the kid that heard about it, but I couldn't watch it because it wasn't on anything that I had, I don't think. But I've literally never watched it, and I'm just so confused by it. But apparently people love it, and this is apparently exciting news. I've seen that lots of people who are excited about Dragon Ball Z have been like going crazy about Dragon Ball FighterZ. I want to point out it's Fighters with a Z.
Yeah, that's put in there for that reason. Because of the Z.
So there you go, Dragon Ball FighterZ. If you're into that, enjoy that. But what's more up my alley, that is number 5, which is what's next for Sonic is going to be announced in March, and it's supposed to be at a convention. From my understanding, on a panel, which I just think is an odd way to do it, and that's going to be on the 16th of March. So Sonic has had up and downs. Last year saw what I think a lot of people consider to be the best Sonic game of all time, which was Sonic Mania. And then what was one of the worst Sonics to come out after that, and that was Sonic Forces.
Yes.
I feel like I need to give it more of a chance, to be honest. I only played about a quarter of it and I hated it so much. Maybe need that. Maybe I need to give it more of a chance.
Yeah.
But
I'm just not even giving it
I just don't really get excited about these announcements now, because we've just been burned so many times, like so many poor Sonic.
So true. So true.
Just make Sonic Generations 2. To me, that was the perfect Sonic game. It was so good. I say perfect. It wasn't perfect, but so good. That's my favourite Sonic game by mine.
Oh, okay.
Sonic Generations 2, guys. I don't want to have to wait till the 50th anniversary for that to happen. Okay.
But it'll come, Tim. It'll come.
It better add do. Number 6, and this is one that I discovered myself, and because I'm an active part of.
Okay.
Have you heard of the Ojo?
Never.
You've never heard of the Ojo? So the Ojo is a Nintendo Switch projector. So it basically combines a Nintendo Switch dock with a projector. So essentially, it's a projector with a slot on the side. You put your Switch. It's got an internal battery, so you don't have to plug it in anywhere. It's got like 4 hours battery, something like that. You can charge your phone off it. You can project the Switch onto a bigger screen. You can then plug in other devices, so you could have your iPhone on the big screen. You can, it's like a normal projector. It's just such a cool idea that I could just basically rock up anywhere with this projector, not have to plug anything, and just go. I didn't make that noise very well. Plunk it down, put my Switch in, and we're all playing on a big screen. Like, That sounds incredible.
It does sound good.
So I actually backed this back in I think was, I want to say October. I think it was October I backed it. Due to ship halfway through December. We all knew that wasn't going to happen. Yeah, you're going to ship it just before Christmas. No chance. And lo and behold, it didn't happen. So then it got to January. Everybody got shipping codes, so like tracking numbers.
Yeah.
Everybody was putting them in. It just said doesn't exist.
Oh, dear.
Everyone's getting concerned.
Oh dear.
Then they turn up at CEX. Is that right? No, CEX is a shop.
Yeah,
CES, sorry.
Okay.
Which is obviously the big technology show. And they turned up there, so everyone was like, oh, so they're not just mugged us and done a runner. It went on for about half a month, and then they were like, oh, sorry, we've had like customs have been causing us issues. I was like, I don't think that's what the issue was. I just don't think you're getting on it.
Yeah.
So we're all getting concerned, and they were like, don't worry, like next 2 weeks or so you'll start getting them. And we're all like, yeah, whatever, lies. You know what how these campaigns go and stuff, you know, the Kickstarter campaigns and stuff, they just barely ever work out. But I was so excited about it. But then I went on the message boards. 2 people have received their Ojos. Yes.
So it's coming.
Well, I put in my tracking code and it still said didn't work.
Oh.
So I am waiting. I have sent them another message, but I'm really excited for it to come because I really want to do a video on it, and I want to do a little review for you because it's just such an interesting product, and it's going to be so good. So yeah, watch this space and pray for me that it actually comes.
We will be praying, Tim. We will be praying.
That's what we need. So yeah, watch out for the Ojo. That is the news. It's a bit of a slower week this week.
It was.
We're in the start of February, so it's a bit we need a good Nintendo Direct to bring us all back up to speed.
We do.
That's what we need. Okay, so next we are moving up to section 4, which is what is out this week.
Can someone tell me what's out this week? Hey-oh.
Hi, welcome back. It's time for what is out this week. As always, I'm going to run down what is out this week, and Jodie is going to tell you which out of these selection of new games coming out this week she would recommend to you.
Yes.
As always, I am not going to read out the 4,000-5,000 games that are probably going to come out this week alongside PC and all sorts. I am picking out the highlights. These aren't necessarily games that I love, it's just most popular, we'll say. Okay, so number 1, Shadow of the Colossus, considered one of the best PlayStation games of all time.
Yes.
This actually comes out tomorrow, which for you will be yesterday, which is Wednesday. And this is going to be our second review, so I'm going to be reviewing this one as soon as we get a hold of it. Number 2, Dragon Quest Builders is coming out on the Switch. So Dragon Quest Builders is essentially Dragon Quest version of Minecraft. So Dragon Quest is made by the same people who make Final Fantasy, not the developer, I mean the company Square Enix. So this, my understanding is that Dragon Quest is bigger than Final Fantasy in Japan. So they went, you know what, let's make a Minecraft version of it. I played the demo. I like it way more than Minecraft because Minecraft is a little bit boring. But I enjoy it on the Switch because it's on the go or whatever. But I think this is perfect for the Switch to be able to play it. You can actually already get it on PS4 and stuff, but I think this is absolutely perfect for the Switch. Number 3, Final Fantasy 15 Mobile is coming out. Oh my, I'm on the pre-order list for the phone. It comes out on Friday. So this is basically, I actually can't believe, if you actually watch the video, they have actually made the whole of Final Fantasy 15 fit on to mobile. And you'd be like, Tim, how is that possible? Like, it's coming out on PC. The 4K version of it on PC is over 100 gigabytes.
Wow.
So basically what they've done is they've actually made it more, I'd use the word chibi, which basically means like it's all kind of shrunken down and it's more like, I don't even want to say cartoony graphics because I think that doesn't do it justice, but it's a bit more cartoony anime kind of style graphics, but it's more than that. It's 3D still. But I've played Final Fantasy 15 to death. I platinumed it over Christmas, which we talked about the other week. But I'm so excited to play it again, and I'm going to play it again on the PC in glorious 4K. So I'm going to Final Fantasy 15 coming out the wazoo. Jodie. So I'm excited for that.
Excited.
So it's free to download. They've split it into episodes to make it easier to take your money. So my understanding is that it's your first episode is free.
Yep.
Episode 2 and then episode 3, I think, is £2 each. I want to say. And then you can either after that choose to pay £4 per episode, which I think goes up to 10, so that's a lot of money. Or you can pay, it's in dollars, it's $20.
Yeah.
But it should be less in UK money, but Jodie's folding her hands because she's going, it'll be the same. So yeah, I think it's £20 then. I want to say £20, but it could be a bit less. So then you could just buy the whole thing in one go, which I'd recommend to do.
Yeah.
So I mean, you might be going, 20 quid for a mobile game. Everyone freaked out about £8 for Mario Run. I don't get me started on that again.
They might go back and buy Mario Run.
But I mean, you've got to. This is a full, huge game. If it does actually have all the open sections and all the quests and everything, which my understanding is it does, I think it's totally worth it.
What are you gonna do if it doesn't?
Then, well, that's the thing. I'm gonna play the first episode. I'm gonna see what the deal is. That's why it's good. I think you get to try it out first. But if it is that,
Good.
totally. If it's not, I might wait for a price drop. But if it's got the full game in it, without doubt, full download. No questions asked. And my hope is that because they talked about putting Final Fantasy 15 on the Switch as well. Okay. And I think they were like, if they can't get the full version on, they could maybe put this version on, and I'd be fine with that. Final Fantasy 15,
Fair enough.
anywhere I want it. Living the
Fair
dream.
enough.
Okay, and then number 4, I just put some of this in for some of you PC nerds out there. Oh my. Go away, Mike. Go away. By the way, Mike will be coming on the show soon. He's just in Italy at the moment.
Yes.
Literally, he's in Italy, so it's all right for some minute.
As we're speaking.
So, Civilization 6 Rise and Fall expansion is coming to the PC on Thursday, which will be today for you. Mm-hmm. I don't really know what else to say to that. PC nerds. Peace. And then finally, what I feel like is there's one of these games every day. Number 5 is Dynasty Warriors 9 is coming out for PC, Xbox One, and PC, and that is also out today. Oh no, it's not. It's not. Scratch that. It's out next week.
Oh.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's out on Tuesday next week. Sorry, I read that wrong. My apologies. So yeah, I've been. Oh my gosh, just so many Dynasty Warriors games. So Jodie, out of that list of 5, what would you recommend? There's actually quite a lot of good stuff out this week.
Yeah.
But what would you choose?
I think I would go for the Shadow of the Colossus.
Nice. It's a good choice.
Yeah, I think that's what I'd go for.
So if you have to, and if you're not sure, you can always wait for our review.
It's true.
It should be out the following week. So
that's what I do most weeks.
So I'm obviously I'm intrigued by this, and you might be thinking Tim's never played this game. That's so unlike him. I think it was last week I said, but the controls for the old game was atrocious, and I couldn't get past it, and it just annoyed me so much. But it's confirmed they have solved all those issues, and it looks gorgeous graphically.
It looks amazing.
So I feel like this is the right time to get in there now. So I'm not forcing myself to get through something I'm not really enjoying. I think this is going to be. So that's a good choice. And finally, it's back. We are going to do this every week. I guarantee you, it is going to be. We are going to go through the deals of the week. So this is across the platforms apart from PC. I've not bothered with PC this week because they're a bit rubbish. They're a bit rubbish. But we're going to tell you what are the highlights of deals that are across each console, and then Jodie is now going to tell you again, going to make the decision for you what game to pick up that is on a special sale price.
Yep.
So the only one I've not done PlayStation either, because at the time of recording, that PlayStation there's a big PlayStation sale at the moment, but it will have ended by the time the show airs, so it's pointless. And I obviously can't read the future, so I can't tell what's going to come out next. So Xbox wise though, there is an Xbox Ubisoft sale on at the moment, and I believe it's until the 12th of February, so you'll have to get in there quick. But I've pulled out some highlights for you. So number 1, Assassin's Creed Origins is £30, and the deluxe version is £37. Assassin's Creed Unity, now I'm not even going to tell you the price of this because I've got a pro tip for you, and I have no idea why this happens, but it's true. If you go onto eBay You can literally buy a code for Assassin's Creed Unity for about £1. There's like there's tons of them out there. I don't know why that's the one game that you can literally get.
Guess what I'm doing when I go home?
for £1. And I got that ages ago, like a year ago. I got it for about £1. But yeah, on eBay you can get it for literally £1, so don't bother with that. Number 3, we've got Far Cry Primal, which is £12.50, and the Apex version, which is essentially the deluxe version, is £15. You can also get Far Cry 4 and Primal together for £22.
Oh, well done.
There's Steep, which is basically a snow extreme sports game. And that is £16.74 to be precise. But there is also, the reason this one's noteworthy is because recently they released a Winter Olympics expansion. And if you know, I love the Olympics. I am totally down the Olympics. Now, the thing for me is that Steep is supposed to be coming to the Switch, so I'm going to hold off. Number 7, we've got Ghost Recon Wildlands, which I know a lot of people love. And you can get the gold edition for £34, which is a £50.99p savings. So if you've been waiting on that, now's the time. Number 8, we've got Watch Dogs 2 Deluxe Edition for £18.90. And then number 9, this isn't obviously Ubisoft based now. Number 9 is The Sims 4 for £27. So Jodie,
Sims 4.
Oh, wait, I haven't done the Switch ones, but I don't think you'll choose any of the Switch ones.
No.
So out of them, what would you choose? What's recommended to our viewers?
Oh, it's a hard choice, you know. It's between Sims and then Assassin's Creed.
Which Assassin's Creed?
The new one.
Origins, okay.
That's it. So
if
I'd probably go.
Here we go. This is a difficult choice.
With Sims 4.
Sims 4 it is. Yeah. Okay. I think that's a good choice. I mean, Ubisoft deals out the wazoo. Joe didn't care. About that. It's all about the Sims. Okay, and then two standout ones for the Switch. There's Brawl Out, which I can't tell the exact price because I already own it and it won't show me. And I've tried to find everywhere how much it is, and I can't remember for life me how much it was. But I think it's about £14. I think it's supposed. The original price is £20. I think it's about £14. But basically, this is a rip-off of Super Smash Brothers. So if you're like sat there just wishing you had Super Smash Brothers on the Switch, like this is a great like cheap alternative. And it's actually got some indie game characters in there as well.
Oh, okay.
Like some out of like Guacamelee and stuff, which is really cool. So if you've kind of been waiting for something like that, I think like this is no brainer. I downloaded it. I've had a really good time with it. It's obviously not as good as Super Smash Brothers, but I think it's a worthy competitor. And then there's also Oxenfree, which is like a story-driven based game. Okay. And it's £4, and I think it retails for about 14 or something. So it's like massive savings. But I haven't actually played it yet, but I've heard that it's actually really good. And it seems to be selling like mad at this price because it's been like number 1 on the eShop for like ages. So if I was to give you what would you get on the Switch, I'd go for Oxenfree, and then I'd go for Brawl Out. So just get both and live a happy ever after. I can't say that, ever after. So there you go. So your suggestions for this week is The Sims 4
it is
on the Xbox One.
Followed by Assassin's Creed.
And then pick up Brawl Out and Oxenfree on the Switch. Live the dream. All right, next. I'm stumbling over my words today. It's time for section 5, which is Reviews of the Week.
Oh, it's time to get funky. The Reviews of the Week.
Welcome back. It's time for Reviews of the Week. I have got 3 for you. Well, actually, I've got 2, and then one plug. So number 1 is Skyforce Reloaded. So this is new to the Switch. This game's been out for ages. Like I said, you can pick it up on the phone for free, and there's a few microtransactions that you can actually just leave. You don't even have to touch them. So you can literally play the whole game for free and have a great time. But I picked it up on the Switch. I love this game so much. Absolutely love it. So basically, it's a top-down shooter with beautiful graphics, and you just blow everything up. It's just so good, so good. So gameplay wise, it's awesome. And the reason I like the Switch version better is because on your phone, you have to hold your phone and then your finger you move around, which sounds fine. But you can move, you don't just have to move the ship backwards, like side to side, you actually have to move it backwards and forward. So when you're pushing the ship up, you're essentially taking up half the screen with your hand.
Oh,
So you actually can't see anything that's coming this way or bullets that are coming at you this way. And it can get annoying sometimes. But on the Switch, it uses those beautiful joysticks. And it just, controls work perfectly. But
fair enough.
it does mean that it's not as precise because you'll move the stick and it'll be, rather than just a smooth, it'll be jumping more. I can't really describe it. It's not as precise. Whereas with your phone, the ship goes exactly where your finger is. So it's a bit easier to navigate stuff. So it's kind of trade-offs, but I prefer the Switch version. It looks like they've enhanced, like it's got better menus. They've really like touched it up to fit on the Switch nicely. And the actual because it's a wide screen rather than a long screen, I think you get to see more. So it's really good. Only complaints I have is that it takes forever to get onto a new stage. So basically it'll give you 4 challenges and the challenges are always almost the same. It's like, don't get hit, so you can't get hit by anything. Save all of the humans, so along the way there's like little humans going, save me, and you can like hover over and it'll pick them up. Then there's usually destroy every single enemy, and there can be like a little one that just gets away. So infuriating. And then there's some that's like get 70% of the enemies and stuff as well. But like you have to get a certain amount of medals to get onto the next level. So it's not just like beat the level, get onto the next one. It'll say like you need 6 medals to get this now. So you'll have to get all of them on one maybe. And some of them are just infuriatingly annoying. And it's like they purposely like make enemies come like right the other side of the screen that you'll struggle to get. So sometimes it feels like you're just not getting anywhere. But you can upgrade your ship, you can upgrade how fast you're shooting bullets, you can upgrade your health and all this stuff. So you're collecting stars, which is the currency as you're going through levels. So even if you die, or even if you have to do the level again, you're always upgrading your ship and stuff. So it's kind of a 50-50. So overall, I mean, it's £9 on the Switch, which it's not that much really for what it is. There's a fair few levels, and then all the levels have hard modes as well, which mixes it up a little bit. So overall, game score wise, I'm going to give this a 7. Might be a shock because I have been raving about it, but I just think there's just those few bits that kind of like pull away from the experience. But it's definitely a recommendation. Morality score wise, I mean, you're literally saving people, so that's a plus.
True.
And then you don't actually see like everything that you're blowing up is just like machines. Like you'll see planes and stuff, but you don't know there's people in it or anything, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Apart from the bosses, which do, but they don't die. They just run off and you have to get them again. So I mean, like I don't think there's anything really. I even think like kids playing, I don't think you'd have an issue with it either. Just explosions in it. It's all about those explosions, Jodie.
It is.
So I think morality score wise, I'm going to give it 8.5, 9. No, it's been 9. I think generous 9.
Okay.
9. So if you don't like explosions, stay away. If you love explosions, all in.
Yes.
So that's Skyforce Reloaded. Number 2 is.
Go on, Tim.
So last week we talked about the types of games that I never wanted to love. I revealed 2 of those types of games. One of them was fishing games. The other was what, Jodie? Golf games. And I pulled the trigger this week because I've been struggling for a while because there has been a significant PlayStation sale on at the moment. And one of the games that was on sale was Everybody's Golf for the PS4. Now this game was actually massive in Japan. They love it. It was when the Vita was released, it was their biggest game sold by a mile. I enjoyed it. It's like weirdly really hard, but it's like all like way over the top sort of like anime emotions. Like the characters are so like but it's just so much fun. It's just so good, and I can't describe to you how good golf games are. I mean, to me, it doesn't beat Mario Golf. Oh, Mario Golf just nails it. But this one is so fun. It has an online mode where basically it puts you on a course. So instead of it like just taking you from one hole to the next, It's just an open world course, and you can just run around it, do whatever you want. You can get on the golf buggies and just like woo, driving around like mental, and then you can just go up to something. Oh, you want to have a little go on this hole? Yeah, me, you, 1-on-1. And go, yeah, just have it. It's just so good. And guess what, Jodie? In these open world sections, there is fishing. There is fishing, Jodie. So you know what I mean? You could like just turn up at the cafe, have a little drink, maybe shoot a few holes. Go down to local watering hole for a bit of a fish. Get in your golf buggy, drive halfway across town. Have a little race, maybe. Maybe you see somebody in their golf buggy, you're like, drag race, me, you, yeah. It's just like, oh, it's just so good, Jodie.
No,
it's so good. And then they have
it's just not.
They have a new mode called Turf Wars.
Turf Wars.
And I believe I haven't actually played this myself, but what I've heard is you go on one of these courses, right? And because it's open world, it feels like a proper golf course, which just golf games just don't really seem like, they just don't really feel like that. But basically, 2 teams will go off against each other, and it's basically who can get through the course the fastest. So you'll be potting the holes as fast as you can, and it's like, get in your car, get to the next one, pot the hole, and then you can get, it's just crazy, you get warps, you can Joey, it's sick. It's sick. So I've only really just started creating my character. I had a great time. There is add-on content to this, and you can have up to 8 characters that you can make, and you can pay to have more. And I'm like, who needs more than 8 characters? Like, you can have like up to like I think it's like 60 characters. Like,
why would you even want one character? Never mind 60.
Whoa, Jodie. Whoa. But yeah, it's so good. It's so good. To me, it's like, apart from Mario Golf, and I think just the Mario aesthetic just makes it so good. But to me, you can't get more perfect of a golf game than this. And it's just arcadey fun. It's not like proper serious or anything like that. It's just a great time. Just a great time. So, game score wise, 10 out of 10. No, I'm only messing. I'm not going to give my first 10 out of 10 to that. I'm not going to do that. Well, actually, the first 10 out of 10 we did on the show was Zelda, but it's not official because it's not a written one. But I'm going to give this straight up 9 out of 10. No, I have no problems giving that a 9 out of 10. Okay. Just so good.
Can understand.
Recommended to Jodie.
It's not recommended. It's not recommended.
Honestly, I'm joking. I sound like I'm joking, but no, it's really good. So 9 out of 10, and then morality score wise, obviously 10 out of 10. Because, I mean, you're playing golf, everyone's having a laugh. No, I don't see anything wrong with it.
Can't hit people with
And
sticks.
Usually, I mean, maybe this will come up later on, but usually, like in these weird Japanese anime weird games, they just put loads of inappropriate costumes in for the women.
Yes, I've noticed that.
Usually that's the case, but I haven't experienced any of that so far. I've not seen it at all, so I'm going off what I've seen. That could change later on, going on the record, but from my understanding, that doesn't happen. Enough. So it's just a fantastic game. So that's been out for a while. It might still be on sale if you get in there quick enough, but I think it's finished now. But it's, yeah. Oh,
that's enough.
Just get it.
Golf game.
Just get it. Just maybe we should have a golf review every week.
No.
And again, I don't even like golf in real life. Crazy golf, I'm all over. But normal golf, nah, I'm not interested.
No, I'm not even keen on
And then finally, obviously, I reminded that our Monster Hunter World review is up on our website. So go to www.CGNgames.com and check out the review online if you want to say that. And I'm not going to tell you what I gave it or anything, because then you wouldn't go and read it. It'd be pointless. But you may as well go. I want you to read the whole thing, because that's the point. That's the point, Jodie.
Yeah.
I didn't put hours in of time for me to just go, oh, I got this.
Yeah. Don't want that.
So that is our reviews for the week. We are going into our final section now, which is topic of the week.
Topic of the week.
Welcome back. It's time for our topic of the week, and this one is kind of unrelated to anything we've thought about this week, but I think it's important, and it kind of came up because I watched a few weeks ago. I watched a video that Colin Moriarty put up. Now, some of you will have different, you've got different ideas how you feel about Colin. But he put up a thing about how he's been like harassed and stuff online, and one person in particular. I'm going to put the link in the description if you want to watch it, because I think it's worth a watch. It's only about a 20-minute video, but it's really good. But I thought we'd talk a little bit about bullying in video games. So this can be extreme, really small, bunch of different ways. But I thought I'd start with a statistic that I found. Over 80% of people who play video games have experienced bullying while playing video games. That just blows my mind.
Yeah.
Like that you wouldn't think it was that high. But of course that can mean literally anything. You could like get called a few names online or anything up to like death threats, I'm sure. So I'm sure some people are just being called different things, but it's just the point that like our community in terms of the video game community, there shouldn't be any of that at all. Like why? It shouldn't be how big or small it is.
No.
But have you ever experienced any bullying while playing video games, Jodie?
No, I don't think so.
Don't think so.
I think I've been spared that side of stuff. So, yeah.
So do you play a lot of online games or not?
See, because of this situation, that's probably why I don't play very many online. But when I do play, I've never had that problem. You know what I mean? So
I've not had loads, but I have had some. I've had some experience, and there's one in particular that I thought I would share today on this humble podcast.
Okay.
So there was one time where I started getting into Call of Duty multiplayer a little bit more. I've never been like proper into it, but I was playing it a bit, and it was on Advanced Warfare, one of my favourite Call of Duty games. I know loads of you want to hate me right now, but I was like, at least they tried something different. And at the time, I know we hate space now, but at the time, like, there wasn't any futuristic stuff at all, so this was like interesting. But anyway, this was probably the one I played the most, and I got pretty good at it as well. And so what happened was I had a pretty good game. I did well. I think I actually came first on the actual leaderboard. And then I just got this message from somebody, and it was just like swearing at me, like saying I was a terrible person. They were just like, get off the game, all this, and I was just like, what? So I thought, right, I mean, like, some people might get upset with that, and this is the thing, like, everybody's different. I thought I'd have a bit of fun with it. So what I basically did was, because he was basically saying I was rubbish and all this, and he was like, F off, and like just so many different names he called me and stuff. But so I thought I'd screenshot the scoreboard. I just sent him the scoreboard and said, mate, I'm number one, what are you talking about? And he was like, yeah, but this one time, like, very funny. So for the next 4 games, I got number one. And I was just spamming him with screenshots of me number one.
Oh, dear.
And then I would say I took the low road. No, I did. No, I took the high road. No, I'm talking about. I wanted to take the low road, but I didn't. So basically this guy, he was like, you effing American. And I was like, mate, I'm from the UK. What are you talking about? And I discovered actually on my account for some reason it said I was at my region, not my region, but like I think it was my language or something said United States. I don't know if there's a different one for United States in English, which was weird. So I was like, no, mate, it's not. And I was like, where are you from? And he said France. Oh. I had to hold back so much within me. If you don't know, British people kind of have this inherent rivalry with French people.
Yeah.
And there was so much I wanted to say, so much I wanted to do, but I held back. Because I thought, you know what? Am I representing Christ right now if I do that? So I didn't, but like, I think it's interesting. It's so easy. It just shows how easy it is to get caught up in these, like, just situations where it could just go back and forth and just makes this toxic community. But I've seen just like people just messaging people just horrible stuff, and I'm just like, does it like, let's say I was actually rubbish on Call of Duty, does it really matter? You know what I mean? Does it actually matter? No. But if you watch Colin's video, it kind of goes into what I thought was just fascinating was like the fact that like social media and all this stuff, it's just like people just feel like they can just say whatever they want. And to some extent you can, it's free speech and stuff, but it's just the things that people call each other and say and all this like racist stuff and sexist stuff and just crazy stuff. Like, people don't say that in real life, you know what I mean? Some people do, of course they do, but like in real life, generally people won't say that, and I just feel like the online world, for some reason, people just feel like they can just say whatever they want.
Yeah.
So have you experienced any bullying or anything outside of gaming, like on social media or anything like that?
Yeah, I've seen people being bullied and stuff, but I just normally keep myself to myself because that's the way that I work. But I've heard stories. I've seen people that have had problems with it, and I'm just like, why. And I've come. It's one of it happened to my mate once, and like it got that bad. She was like, I just can't do this anymore. Like she got really bad with it. And I went up to the person who said it, confronted him. Like, anyone who knows me knows that I don't like confronting people, but they got so far, and I was just like, no, this isn't right. So I went up to him and I was like, what are you playing at? And like, what are you talking about? So we talked about it, and she was like, I didn't realise they were your mate. And I was like, it shouldn't matter. You shouldn't be talking to people like that. And I proper like digged into this girl, and she was just like, I'm sorry. I went, no, it's not me meant to be saying sorry to, it's her.
Yeah.
And like, it was just really bad, and it was just disgusting, some of the stuff that was said.
Yeah.
And afterwards, it did calm down. Like afterwards. But.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing, isn't it? Like, it's the internet's such a weird thing because you have access to millions of people. Yeah. Like when you start getting attacked like that, you actually feel like you've got no one to turn to.
Yeah.
And like people get trapped in that, don't they? And again, if you watch Colin's thing, you actually hear about like this is a guy who you think is really confident, doesn't take any of it from anybody. Yeah, he was literally like, I was really scared. Like I didn't know where to go, who to talk to, because like this guy was just harassing him and saying all sorts. And that's the thing, like people like literally try to destroy people's reputations over like the internet and social media and stuff, and like it's almost like fun for people, and that's the whole thing of trolling, isn't it? Like people literally take enjoyment out of that, and I'm just like, why can't, like, games are supposed to be there for sort of relaxation, enjoyment, like have these amazing experiences, and I'm just like, why are people using it for things like that? And I'm like, let's just enjoy it, guys. Let's just enjoy it. So what we're going to be doing from now on anyway, we're going to have a separate email address that you can write into if anything that we talk about ever affects you, or if you're find yourself in one of these situations and you just don't know who to talk to or where to go. So if you send us an email at help at CGNgames.com and just tell us whatever's going on, or if you just need any help, and we'll try our best to help you out. And try, we're not the experts, but we can point in the direction as well of people who can help you even more than we can. But we just want to help anybody who is struggling with anything like that as well. We are Christians, and more than just the fact that like it's not just that we have to because we're Christians, but like we actually legit care about people, we care about everybody in our community, and we're here to help you as much as we can. So I hope that has been an enlightening experience for you. That has been the CGN Games Late Night Gaming Show, episode 8. We did it, Jodie. We made it to 8. We're only 2 away from 10. Which is a milestone. We're just going to
a massive party
just for 10 episodes. Just a reminder, get on our website, check out the review for Monster Hunter World, check out the mystery unboxing, which I guarantee you're going to have a great time watching, especially if you make it to the end. And stay tuned for all the other stuff, and of course watch out for our review of Shadow of the Colossus on the PS4. It's been great to see you. Bye.